What a turd. For some reason, this Gary Stevenson guy is getting tons of airtime at the minute. I'm sure he's paying people and bots, etc. to promote his stuff all over Twitter. And then for some reason, he gets on Question Time preaching more about wealth taxes. This guy is a self-confessed multi-millionaire. Look at this clip.
Because the economy here will keep getting worse. And there's basically two voices in the room about how we fix the economy, which is me and my lot saying tax the rich, and there's Trump and his lot saying the problem is foreigners, the problem is immigrants. So I would advise people in the room to look very carefully at what happens to American living standards in the next 3 or 4 years, because that could happen here if you vote the wrong way in the next election.
But in terms of how we respond...
Fake working class hero, isn't he? Look at him, dressed like a scruff, elbows on the table, looks like an absolute dickhead to me. Millionaire, city trader, now all of a sudden turned philanthropist. I tell you what, if you want to tax the rich, look at the past. Why don't you lead by example? You're a multimillionaire. You start by giving away all of your money and take it out of any offshore accounts you may or may not have. And when you skint yourself, then I will consider the possibility of taxing other people who are wealthy. Now, he will say that he's not part of the super rich. He's just a millionaire. And then somebody with 10 million quid will say, well, I'm not super rich. That person's got 100 million. They're super rich. And then the person who's got 100 million will say, oh, well, I'm not a billionaire. That's the super rich, the billionaires. Idiots like him are the reason that a millionaire is leaving this country every 45 minutes, taking jobs and investment and taxes with them. This country, before Thatcher came to power, under Labour, had 90% income tax and the economy crashed. We had to go for an IMF bailout. Before JFK came into America, they did the same thing. And as soon as JFK came in, he lowered the tax thresholds for businesses, which meant tax take, guess what, went up. And then the president after JFK lowered it again. And tax take again went up. The fact is, higher taxes does not lead to higher tax revenue. This guy is pushing old ideas that don't work. Once he has no money left in his bank because he's given it all away to the government to fund carbon capture and shite like that, then I'll take him seriously.